Ever since she first appeared as the daughter of Donna Reed on the classic hit show, our next guest has never been far away from a TV studio. She has appeared on dozens of shows and now is seen regularly on One Day at a Time. And not only has she done that in her career, but she also recorded that hit tune, Johnny Angel, Shelley Fabares. Forgot all about Johnny Angel until just a moment ago. I mean, I always remembered the song, but I forgot that you had done it.
Well, it was a long time ago. It was about 21 years ago.
21 years ago.
Yes.
Somebody just sent you an anniversary present on?
Yes, said happy 21st anniversary, and I had no idea what it was about, but somebody else had just heard on the radio that it was the 21st anniversary of when the song had become #1. It was overwhelming. I couldn't believe it.
Did you ever hear it on the radio?
Every so often. It seems that it's played a lot, but I don't seem to hear it too much. But every so often I'll be going over the dial and I suddenly hear myself. It's strange, because I can't sing, so it was always a very difficult thing for me.
You can't sing?
No, I really can't. I mean, we were doing the Donna Reed show, and it was between the second and the third years of the Donna Reed show, and Tony Owen was the producer. And he came to Paul Peterson and to myself and said, "I've got a great idea."
Paul Peterson, he played your brother
My brother on the show, yes. And he said, "We're going to have you both sing a song, and we're going to write a script around it for next season." And we both said, "Gee, that's a real good idea, Mr. Owen, but we can't sing." And we went back and forth for a few weeks, and he finally said, "Do you want to be on the show next year?" And we both said, "Yes." And he said, "Sing." So we sang, but I can't sing. I literally cannot sing. So there are lots of overdubbing, and they would say, the girls in the back, "Could you sing a little louder, please?"
Turned it into a million seller in the recording booth, right?
Well, it was unusual, but the show was very successful at that time, so it had a built-in audience, and it was a wonderful experience.
How long did that show run? Excuse me, how long?
8 years.
Yeah,
8 years.
Remember, yeah.
Do you?
And it's still in reruns.
Yeah.
Yes, not here, but in different parts of the country. It's one time I can't remember where I was, but I turned on the television set, and the picture hadn't come on yet, but I heard some voices. And then I found myself saying a line, and I thought, "This is..." And there we were.
That's strange.
So strange, yeah.
I'm going to ask you one more Johnny Angel question,
Okay,
then I'm going to get off it. Now, you said you couldn't sing, but the song became a smash. You must have made personal appearances where they wanted you to sing it.
Yes, absolutely. And it became a standard joke. In fact, somebody a few years after that made a recording about saying, "Gee, I don't know how they sang it, but they said, I would love to do this, but I forgot to bring my arrangements." Well, I never said that. I would just go and I said, "I can't sing." But those are the days where they would play the records, and you would lip sync. My worst experience was I did a live local television show, and needless to say, the record stuck.
You don't remember what city, do you?
Oh, no. What was the name of it?
I said, you don't remember what city, do you?
It was here in Los Angeles, yes.
Because it used to happen in the dance show in our town.
Oh, did it?
You know,
Yes.
Every week, somebody would get stuck.
Just
Literally.
awful.
What did you do?
I think I went into a coma. I just couldn't, I just stood there, and everybody kind of, I could see everybody in back of the cameras kind of looking like, I don't remember the record sounding like that. It was just, and then they finally stopped it. They took me off, and they took me back out again, and it did it again. I mean, isn't that awful? That was one of those growing experiences. You think if I lived through this, I'll have learned something.
One Day at a Time, as I was trying to think before we went into the break, has been on, what, 8, 9 years?
Yes, 8 years. This is the season now is the 8th year.
And you've been with it for how many years?
5 years. The first 3 years I only did one episode a year, but 5 years altogether.
How has your character changed over the years?
Well, she's a little bit nicer than she was at the beginning. I try hard to not let her get any nicer, because I think the interesting part of Francine and the charm of Francine and the reason why she works so well in the show is because she's just awful. I mean, she's just terrible. She just has no concern for anybody else excepting herself, but it works in the structure of the show. It's a wonderful character for Bonnie's character to play off of. So they keep trying to make her a little nicer, and I keep fighting hard to keep her just as awful as ever, but she's softened a little bit.
Do you and Bonnie Franklin you obviously must have a good chemistry?
Yes, we do. We always enjoyed working together from the very beginning. It was just one of those nice marriages as far as work is concerned. And last year, when I started being on the show more, we became very close girlfriends, and she's now one of my very dearest friends. We have very good time, lots of respect for one another and lots of love. She's been great.
There's a lot of talk around that there's going to be a wedding on the show before the season ends.
Yes.
Bonnie's getting married?
Bonnie is getting married. She's marrying Howard Hessman. They will be getting married May 16th.
Oh.
That will be almost the finish of the season. The finish of the season will be the honeymoon, but the next to the last show.
Wonder how that'll change the show.
It's going to change it enormously. This year they've had 10 running regulars, and the writers just look crazed all season long trying to figure out how to work 10 people into 22 minutes of show. Every week, everybody would kind of come in and say, "Hi, I'm here," and go out. I mean, nobody could stay long enough to do much of anything.
10 regular characters.
Yes, it's a lot.
And it's 22 minutes. You're right.
Yeah.
They don't have many lines for anybody.
No, they really don't, and they, they have commitments with people, so they like to try to fulfill those commitments. But it really was a problem. So they're in the process right now, this summer, of figuring out how they're going to change the storylines. Both of the daughters are married. Valerie Bertinelli and Mackenzie are now married on the show. Mackenzie has a baby, so there's now a new baby to deal with. Bonnie's getting married.
Is that one of the 10 characters, the baby?
No, that's the 11th.
You don't have to give the baby many lines.
Now 11.
Now 11. One more year, and the baby starts talking.
It's a lot of people, it really is.
Are you on every week?
No, I'm not on every week. I would love to be on every week, but I'm not on every week. But most of the time this last season I've been there.
Now your aunt,
Yes.
Annette Fabare,
That's right, yes.
is on the show with you.
That's right. She plays Bonnie's mother, Catherine Romano.
And this is the first time, well, not particularly this episode, but I mean the first time you ever worked with your aunt was on the show.
Actually, we did one small episode. I did a show years ago called Forever Fernwood, which was the continuation of Mary Hartman. Mary Hartman, after Louise left, they changed the name of it. And I did that for a year, and in one of those episodes, they had Aunt Annette come on and play my crazy mother. I was a crazy lady in that show. I mean, Francine is not nice, but Eleanor was really, really bonkers, and they wanted a really crazy person to show why Eleanor was so crazy, so they got Aunt Annette to play my mother. But that never even got on the air, so we don't count that as working together. So this is our first time. It's been great.
Okay, well, we're going to look for the big wedding episode.
Yes, it's
And
nice.
Stacy has to run. She's got things to do. I hope, can you
Very
stay with us,
nice
Shelley?
meeting you. Yes, I'd
For a
be
little bit?
delighted.
Okay.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Thanks for being with us, Stacy.
My pleasure.
Shelley's going to stay.